In previous lessons, we learned about creating instances. And so I have, for this lesson on selecting instances, I have started out with, I pre-created a function that is going to create one instance for each of the classes on the class diagram. And that will give us some instances to select from. So I just created a new function called create instances. You can see it here. And it has a create statement for each class on the class diagram. Create instances so that we can select them. And I will launch the verifier on this component, and I will execute that function, and we'll see the instances get created here. Okay, so we have one instance of each class, and our track log has distance and current speed, just like we initialized in our function here. So next, let us edit the Learning OAL to select some of those instances. The simplest select is just select any, which we learned. So we will select any track log from instances of track log, where we use the key letters from the class here. Track log key letters are right there. And then let us display track log dot distance when we run the verifier on this function, and it will show that we actually selected an instance and will display that, that variable. So now if I execute, we see that we have the real value shown. Okay, next we'll select some different values and learn more about the select statement. This action language shows a select statement occurring, and we're selecting any track log from instances of track log, and that's coming from the track log class on the class diagram. And we have run action language that created the instance, and so we can see the instance here in the running verifier. But just like in other programming languages where there are some good practices dealing with references, we also have some good practices that I want to show you here. Anytime we select, and there may be a possibility of the instance being empty, we'll use the if statement, and we'll test to see if the instance is not empty before we display it. And this avoids effectively a null instance or empty instance reference, where if this reference were empty and we tried to access this attribute value in it, it would cause a problem. And so doing this check is good practice. I'm going to save this function here and execute it. And we should see the same, oops. You see the same output that we saw before, but it's just a little bit better practice to have that protected.